In a time when Israel was still finding its way, when judges ruled the land and faith was tested daily, God was quietly listening to a woman whose pain had no voice. There lived a man named Elkanah, a faithful man who loved the Lord and honored him year after year. Elkanah had 2 wives, Peninnah and Hannah. Peninnah had children, sons and daughters who filled her home with laughter, but Hannah had none. While joy surrounded her, Hannah lived with an empty womb and a heart weighed down by silent sorrow. She watched children grow while her arms remained empty, and each day Peninnah reminded her, mocking her, provoking her, and reopening a wound that never healed. Year after year the pain followed Hannah. Yet every year the family journeyed to Shiloh to worship and sacrifice before the Lord of hosts. It was meant to be a holy celebration, but for Hannah it became a place of deep tears. Elkanah loved Hannah dearly. He gave her a double portion of food, hoping to ease her pain. But love could not fill the space only God could touch. Hannah could not eat. She could only weep. Elkanah asked her, "Why are you crying? Why is your heart sad? Am I not better to you than 10 sons?" But Hannah knew this longing was beyond human comfort. That day, something stirred within her. Hannah arose from the table and walked toward the temple of the Lord. At the entrance sat Eli the priest, watching. Hannah knelt down and poured out her soul before God. Her lips moved, but no sound came out. This was not an ordinary prayer. It was a desperate cry shaped by years of pain. "O Lord of hosts," she prayed in her heart, "if you will look upon my suffering and remember me, if you will give me a son, I will give him back to you all the days of his life." Eli watched her silently and misunderstood. He thought she was drunk and confronted her. But Hannah answered gently, "No, my Lord, I am a woman deeply troubled. I was pouring out my soul to the Lord." Then Eli's tone changed. He lifted his hand and said, "Go in peace. May the God of Israel grant your request." In that moment, something shifted. Hannah's burden lifted. Her tears dried. She returned to her family, ate, and her face was no longer sad. Soon after, they returned home, and the Lord remembered Hannah. In time, she conceived, and she gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel, saying, "Because I asked the Lord for him." The woman who once wept in silence now held joy in her arms. But Hannah never forgot her vow. When Samuel was old enough, she returned to Shiloh. With courage and faith, she brought her miracle back to God. Standing before Eli, she said, "For this child I prayed, and the Lord has granted me my request. So now I give him to the Lord." Hannah let go of what she loved most, trusting the God who gave him in the first place. And the child Samuel remained in the temple, serving before the Lord. Hannah returned home, not broken, but fulfilled. Her prayer had not only given her a child, it had shaped a prophet and changed the destiny of Israel. Because when God hears a broken heart, he responds in his perfect time. And a prayer whispered through tears can echo through generations. "For this child I prayed." 1 Samuel chapter 1, verse 27.